Okay, so last time you guys wrapped up your fight at the tomb, uh, Erkin got brought in for questioning. You guys followed him, and we ended up in a situation where they were gonna let Erkin go, but they were bringing Grimgar and Dundas in to tell them all about the people that they had slaughtered, and then they figured out that Erkin was with you guys, and now they want to question all three of you. Dundas and Grimgar don't have any weapons, and Erkin started to struggle and then threw a smoke bomb, and then we went into initiative. So let me scroll up the stairs and over to where you guys all are now. I've got a roof on this place, but I've deleted the roof in here. These are the main doors. I've deleted the roof in here for where you guys have already seen.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's a hall here, and there's other ways to go over here. And you guys were taken in through this door over here. The squares are 10 feet. And so Dundas and Grimgar had the four guys that were with them, and Erkin has the two guys that were with him. What were you doing with the smoke bomb? Just dropping it or throwing it?
Um,
Here's how big it is.
how big it is?
Get a little big too.
Yeah, try to get as many people in that room.
Okay. So you want to just fill up as much space as possible. So that's say that gives you as much space as possible. This is the staircase down to where you were being questioned. There is a railing here going around that ends there, so the open spot where you'd come up the stairs and around is right here. This is a door. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Um. So you get a surprise round, I guess. Well, you shouldn't really get an entire round. You go first anyway. So, um, you threw the smoke bomb, and it's your turn.
Alrighty. Now, is there going to be opportunity attacks while you're in a smoke-filled area?
Um. So yes. It just means disadvantage because they can't see you. The one guy behind you, they both have their maces out. The one guy behind you had his hand on your shoulder, so he's more likely to try to grab you than to swing at you.
All right. Well, hang on, let's spell up. Okay. Let's start hitting people with weapons.
Okay.
Don't forget that the other two don't have weapons.
Where are their weapons?
They just took our
They're
weapons,
the two guys to the south have sacks full of their weapons.
which I never use anyway.
Urkin, you have your weapon, sword and stuff.
Yeah, Arkin
I think
has
they
all
got
this stuff
all my
except
stuff.
Oh, okay.
except his bars, which he never took out of his inventory, so I did.
Thanks.
Nice.
All right, let's whip guys. Let's whip the guy behind me.
To the
Holding
north?
on
To the east. Okay.
to the east. 9 plus 9. 18.
18. That's a hit.
4 plus 8. 3 plus 8. And let's see. I can the third time on the first turn does extra damage. Okay.
Okay, so you throw your smoke bomb, spin around to the guy who has his hand on your shoulder. You whip at him. He raises his shield, and the whip sneaks right by it and slashes him across the neck where his chainmail doesn't cover, and doesn't even break the skin. He takes no
Cool.
damage.
Now I'm gonna train mobile. That means just from that creature. Okay. So now I'm gonna whip the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
1 plus 8. 9. 1 plus 9. 10.
Okay. This time, like your hand kind of gets tangled up, and you just whip the ground.
Shh. All right. Now I'm going to run past them.
Okay. So what was your strategy there? I can never get your features straight.
They can't opportunity attack me since I tried to attack them.
Opportunity attack you because you tried to. Okay. Which thing is that?
Mobile. It's the one all the way at the bottom.
Oh, it's your feet. Okay. All right.
What's the big shield?
That's a guy. It's just a different type of guy.
All right. I'm going to try to dexterously
Mm-hmm.
sneak past that guy and go towards the doors.
Okay. Um. Well. So how are you getting by? Are you running across the ground, or are you running and trying to jump up and grab the railing? Right
The
here.
railing?
Yeah, I said that at the beginning.
All right. Definitely the railing.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. You can certainly jump high enough.
23.
Okay. Yep. So let's see. 5, 10. Um. I'll say 15. You wouldn't have run right up to him.
I'm going to third attack the guy to the south of Beard Man. Grimgar, right?
Okay.
Yes.
From there.
I'll move down a little bit so I can get in range, I guess.
20, 25.
Third whip attacks. 15 plus 9.
Okay.
And that's a 2 plus 8 plus 2.
Okay. That time you hit him right in the face. Doesn't leave a mark.
Sucker. Now let's go to the door.
Okay. 30, 35.
Is it closed?
It's closed.
May I open it
Sure. You open the door.
and run through it?
40, 45.
And I got 10 more feet of movement, and I say, save yourselves! And go 10 by going 5 down, 5 left.
Okay.
That's it.
I've got Maxon and Theron in the initiative, but they have no idea what's going on, so they're just not getting turns.
Huh? What?
Let's see.
Makes sense. On my turn, I just want to impatiently tap my foot.
So this guy in the smoke hears the scuffling up ahead. You sneak pretty well, but then there's a whip crack behind him, so he's gonna turn and run after you. Did either of you try to opportunity attack him?
No.
Dundas?
Oh, I guess. Why not, right?
Can I say something when it's not my turn?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. all right.
Dundas has to react in the moment for whatever he would do.
Ryan says no, and then Nate's like, "Why not?"
Actually, I don't even have a weapon or anything, do I? Fuck, I forgot.
No. Well, you have magic.
Yeah, your spells.
Oh yeah.
Do you have an ability that allows you to?
Yeah. I can use shock and grasp, or can I not?
You can. Right? Do you have Warcaster?
Warcaster.
No, you've got Spell Sniper. No, it's. I think I'm not making this up. That you can only opportunity attack with a spell if you have Warcaster, or something.
I'll take your word for it.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm brain farting really hard here. It's something I should know. You are supposed to use a weapon, or
Yeah, Cass. Yeah, here's somebody answering it.
Oh, and I'm in smoke.
You have to pick up the Warcaster feat.
to use the spell, right?
Yeah, I think
As
so.
an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you can because opportunity attack is your reaction to make a melee attack
Right.
against
Well, if I
it.
don't have anything and everything, I guess I wouldn't then.
Okay.
But if I had some daggers,
Right.
all right, cool.
All right. So this guy runs up behind you. He's yeah, I guess he's just gonna try to hit you a bunch of times. And so he's just shouting at you to surrender as he swings his flail at you. Holy shit! I rolled 3d20s at the same time, and I rolled a 4 on all 3 of them.
No way.
Yahtzee.
Wow.
That is a
Jesus.
1 in 8,000 chance.
Wow.
Well,
Wow, that is crazy.
1 in 8,000 of it being a 4, or 1 in 400 of it being all the same number. But anyway. Okay, he misses 3 times. Let's see. I have to change my screen quick so that I can move people you can't see.
There's people we can't.
Yeah, because there's a lot of building that you can't see right now. Okay. Okay. Change this back. Oops. Did I close it? I closed it. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't come back up.
There you go.
There it goes.
Just close it next time instead of going through all that trying to change it to something else. Chris, you back in yet?
Back of them. Yeah.
Okay. So this one right here came through this door, and this one right here came from that door, and you hear lots more footsteps to your south. This one used his action to dash. This one has not acted yet. He is carrying a pair of manacles, and he's going to try to manacle you. Manacle attack, 25.
That's a hit.
All right.
Medical attack.
Right. So as you're running and kind of looking behind you, at this guy swinging a flail, another one comes up behind you and grabs your wrists and manacles your wrists together. I'll tell you what that means on your turn. Percy is flying outside. Dundas. So Erkin threw a
Alright.
smoke bomb, started whipping people, and ran.
Alright. He says, save yourself. Um. Who am I next to?
Grimgar.
Okay.
Grimgar. Well, we gotta go, bro. So I grab him and use my dimension door key,
Okay.
and I go out to Theron and them.
All right. How far can you go?
500 feet.
Hold on. Is
You have to be willing in order to teleport
yeah.
with him.
I don't go.
Okay, just Dundas
See ya.
goes. 500, you say? Yeah, that's fine. That's easy enough for you to get back down on the street. So poof, you just appear right there.
Guys, we're getting fucked up in there.
Well, how?
Erkin threw a smoke bomb and took off
Hmm.
running
All right.
and attacked.
I guess that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. And these guys' turns.
Like, let's see.
Gonna run to there. This one would be just short of that. To there. Grimgar, these two are gonna try to grab you and pull you over here and manacle you. Do you resist?
No.
Okay, so they use their turn manacling you. 10. So your wrists and your ankles. 20, 30. So that one actually can attack. He is going to try to grapple you to the ground. Let's see. It's a 24. Make a strength or an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics or acrobatics? 12.
12. All right. He tackles you to the ground. So you're prone and grappled now, and your wrists are shackled together. And then I'm not gonna bother making the screen go at this point. Pretty much just switch places. So he comes running up. 30. All right. He's gonna manacle your ankles. I'm gonna give him advantage because of your current situation. 25. So he succeeds. 30. 10. 15. these guys start to come in, and then there's smoke everywhere, so they just back off. Stay over here.
Thank God those guys didn't come in anyway.
All right. Grimgar, they've just got you on the ground. Do you do anything?
Not in 6 seconds, I guess.
Okay.
Not gonna say anything.
I don't feel like this is the appropriate time to say anything.
Alright.
I guess I don't. Do I know what happened? Besides, I guess I heard Urkin yelled.
You were talking to Urkin, and then they said they wanted to bring him back down for questioning, and then he threw a smoke bomb and started whipping people.
I muttered to myself, "God damn Urkin."
Well, you also told them that you killed a bunch of people.
You're
So
not
that
there.
helped.
Therige's turn. Okay, so Dundas has just appeared and said that they're getting fucked up inside. Remember, one of your options is to blow up the entire city.
Take it.
Here, Dundas,
Take
you
it.
take this box.
Okay.
Max and I will go in and try to defuse the situation. Since they
Yeah.
already know you used magic to escape, I don't think they're gonna see you as a friendly person anymore.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
We'll just turn ourselves in and try to help them because I don't think we're killing everybody in there. I don't think that's smart, even if
No,
we could.
there were a lot of guys Erkin threw a smoke bomb, and if I had to guess, they captured them. I don't know though.
That's probably enough talking. And then I start going in.
Okay? I'm assuming you're going to use your action, so
Mm-hmm.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Give you a little bit more because of angles. Alright, you're about a fourth of the way up the stairs. Erkin, there's a guy on top of you, and your wrists and ankles are bound, and you're completely surrounded. Let's see. When your wrists are bound, you can only hold one item at a time. You cannot hold a two-handed weapon at all. You make any attacks at disadvantage. You cannot perform somatic spell components. Since your ankles are bound, your speed is reduced by half. You make all strength and dexterity ability checks and saving throws at disadvantage. Attacks against you have advantage, and then because you're also grappled, your speed is 0. Yeah, so you can't really move.
Maxon doesn't get to go, or did he go already?
Maxon's turn got skipped because it was 6 seconds of him just waiting for you.
Ah,
He went
Yeah.
second.
good. Good.
Actually, you know what I would say though is that he couldn't possibly have known to ready anything. So
Maybe
never mind.
maybe his turn should go when my turn was though.
Yeah, I guess this is a strange situation.
Yeah, why don't I
so-
go when I should go when Thurn goes.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then he can take his own turn later. Well, next he goes
Yeah.
after Erkin.
Not now. You should go after Erkin.
I
Yeah.
don't know really why any of that matters, but
No.
considering the situation.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
right.
Why does it matter to you?
Since I can't do anything, I'm just gonna say, let me go. You're all in danger.
Okay. Action, your turn.
May I progress forward?
Sure. Okay. That was 60 feet.
Alright. I did what I could.
So the shield guys, who are officers, they start running in and they're giving orders to guys to lock down the doors and subdue people who are attacking them. And they think about it, but then they don't beat you any. And they just kind of roughly grab both of you and bring you back down the stairs to where Erkin had been before. Down into the basement. So they're just going to bring Erkin back into the room he was in before. And then Dundas is going to get, or not Dundas, Grimgar is going to get his very own room. Alright, so instead of initiative, I'm going to turn this back into story mode here. And I'm going to start with these guys. So, over time, as they're dragging both of them down the stairs and into separate rooms, the two of you come up, and by the time you get up here, there is an officer and two guys standing outside the doors, and as you approach, the guy in front of the doors holds up a hand and is motioning for you to go back down the stairs. And he says, "There's been an incident. I'm going to need you to leave the area while we take care of this."
I'm sorry, this is urgent though. I really need to speak to somebody in charge.
What's your business?
There's a possible bomb ready to destroy most of the city.
Okay. What is the nature of this bomb?
It is some sort of orb that was created by a cult with the intention of destroying the world.
Okay. How do you know about it?
This is very complicated. I would prefer to talk to somebody in charge.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'd also want Percy to just kind of hang around there and him, no matter where they go.
Okay.
Not good. 6.
6. You just say, we don't have time for these shenanigans today. I'm going to have to ask you to please leave.
Shouldn't you check with your superior officer first if he wants to hear this?
No.
Well, if the place explodes, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
If the place explodes, I'll be dead.
This is true. You're okay with that?
Please move along.
All right, you got anything, Maxon?
Doesn't seem like he's listening to anything, so.
Okay, I guess we will leave and let them handle themselves.
Okay. All right. Back over here. Ooh, where am I going? It's up here someplace. All right. So, Grimgar. So you're sitting in the room, and 3 guys enter, and 2 stay by the door, and the other one comes toward you. You still have your wrist and ankle shackles, and they've connected another set so that your wrist shackles are attached to a hook on the desk or on the table so that you can't really leave. Chris, I'm going to move you into another room so that you can't hear, because you wouldn't be able to hear what's happening, and I'll move you back after, okay?
You want me to not listen?
Alright. The rest of you don't talk because you're not there. Okay?
Yeah.
So this guy walks in and he paces, not looking at you, just looking at the walls for one set, and then stops and turns to look at you and crosses his arms across his chest, and he says, "So I'm told you admitted to killing numerous people at the tomb. Why don't you tell me about that?"
Sure. My companions and I were there to check out a matter, and there was a group trying to break into a tomb, and they attacked us, and we defended ourselves.
What matter would that be?
We were there to investigate the. Hold on a second here. The tomb of Francesca Piper. We're told that her circumstances of her death might be somewhat suspicious.
That it was. How would you know about that?
Someone at her inn told us.
And you thought going to check out her body would tell you something?
Well, it was the first thing we thought of.
All right. And so why'd these guys attack you?
I think because we stumbled upon them trying to break into one of the tombs.
Which tomb would that be?
I'm not real familiar
You
with.
can you can you can
area.
tell them. You can tell them
yeah.
which one it is.
I'll tell them which one it was. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So killed all these guys and then you just left?
Well, our companion had been chasing after one of them, and we thought he might be in some trouble, so we were trying to figure out where he had gone, and once we determined it was here, we ran over here to make sure he was okay.
And you're saying that your companion was chasing him, not the other way around?
Correct.
All right. So I see that you're a cloak of the Lord's Alliance and a master sergeant in the Mintarn mercenaries. You're attacked in the middle of Yartar, and instead of going to the nearest guards for assistance, you come all the way to the hall to check on your friend. Why didn't you leave anybody behind with the evidence?
I guess we have been out in the wild too long and haven't been in a city with a competent guard for a while, and just didn't
Alright.
think of it.
So you take no prisoners, you kill all of them, you leave nobody behind to make sure that nobody messes with what was left behind. So, for all I know, people are going to show up and it's going to look like you're just a bunch of crazy murderers.
Well, I don't know if that one guy got away or not.
We got him.
Oh, okay. Well, what did he say? I have to say.
I'm asking the questions.
Go for it.
So, that mausoleum you described. Could you tell me what happened in there?
What do you mean?
Something happened in there. Why don't you tell me about it in your own words?
What happened in there? I don't know what you're talking about particularly.
Make a deception check.
I rolled a 12. What's my deception? Probably not good. Plus 1, 13.
He comes toward the table and slams his fists on it. And he says, You know what I'm talking about. Tell me what happened. Why don't you make an insight check?
What's my insight? 23.
Oh, that's really good. So while it's pretty obvious that he thinks you're lying, there's something about the way he's asking you while trying to make you say it that like shows to you that he actually doesn't know what happened in there. And so it's not, while he is trying to get you to admit to whatever, he also doesn't appear to know.
Okay.
You know, it's like it's like if somebody went missing and you were the last one that was seen with them, and they want to know the last time you saw them, and you're lying about it, and they actually have no clue when the last time you saw them, but they're trying to pretend they know. They're just trying to get you to say it. It's like that.
Okay. Then I was like, what are you talking about?
All right. You don't want to let me know? I'll have to figure it out on my own. Why are you here? Why are you in Yartar?
We've been investigating some cults in the area of the Desert Valley, and we're told that they might have some connection to this city, and we came here to investigate.
All right. And how do you know the people you're traveling with?
That's a long story. Some of them I met uh, several months ago uh, on another quest. Some of them I've met more recently when I've been investigating these cults. I guess I kind of give them a real
Sure.
brief description of how I met everybody.
What's the deal with the guy with the smoke bomb?
That's a good question. He's one I've known less time than the rest of them. I don't know what he's thinking, to be honest with you.
All right. Let's change gears a little bit here. What do you know about some missing Runite bars?
We found some Runite bars in the Vale when we were investigating other cult matters there. Actually, a cult had summoned a demon type thing, whatever bully drag was, and they had stolen the bars, I think, to use in the summoning ritual.
Make a persuasion check on that, please.
I rolled a 15. What's my persuasion? Plus 1, 16.
Okay. He kind of looks back at the door, leaning with his ass like on the table, and he just kind of sighs loudly. He says, "All right, we found an odd note in your stuff. One from a Dryland to a Harker, which mentions Piper. Why don't you tell me about that?"
Well, we were put into contact with a woman when we were investigating her death, and she supplied us with this note and told us it was pickpocketed from Dryland himself.
Who was this woman?
I think she was some sort of disgraced member of the Hand of Yartar.
You don't know her name?
I guess I'll give her name because she's gone out of the city. What the hell is this girl's name? Hilya Ravenfast.
Okay. I'm gonna switch over to Chris, okay? So I'm gonna Ryan,
Yep.
I'm gonna boot you out and bring Chris in.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, your turn. All right. So you're in the same situation Grimgar was, where your wrists and ankles are bound, and you're connected to the table, so that you can't really go anywhere. And after about an hour, these guys come in, and it's the same guy from before, and he says, "It appears you didn't tell me the whole truth the last time through. So why should I believe anything you have to say this time around?"
The two guys behind him, the same guys as before?
No, this is two new guys.
Alright. Well, I noticed that there are people in your employment that work for a different organization than you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
No. Well, I'm a magical wood elf. I know lots of things. I'm gonna say magic.
Okay. So do you think you really know that, or are you making
I'm
this up?
assuming because they looked so much different than the other people, and they treated me so much different, that they are Astral Society.
Okay. Since you don't think you're lying, I guess, make a persuasion check on that.
15.
Okay. I don't really know where you're going with this.
Don't you see? They know I'm here. I'm in danger, and now you're in danger.
You're a very confusing fellow, you know that?
Well, you gotta let me go.
Why would they care about where you are?
Because I have information. They'll kill me if they know where I am.
So why don't you give that information to me?
Only if you let me go.
There's an awful lot of dead people, and I don't have a really good explanation about any of this yet.
Well, since you're so smart, I could tell you the whole story if you agree to give us our stuff and let my friends go. And me.
And since you're so smart, you know that that's not how this works.
Well,
You haven't given me any reason to trust you at all.
I don't think I want to talk to you anymore unless you can direct me to someone who's above you.
So that's where you want to leave this then?
I think so.
All right, have it your way. They walk out.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Grimgar.
Mhm.
The guys come back into your room. And he says, "So you're telling me it was Haliro Ravenfast who gave you that note?
I believe so.
So what do you know about her death?"
Nothing. I know she was dead.
"Stabbed in the gut multiple times earlier this evening. Bled out in the street. No witnesses."
Don't know anything about it. Last I saw her, she was headed out of the city.
Make a persuasion check.
19 plus what for that? I think 1. Yeah, total of 20.
Okay. He says, "You know what? I believe you. You would never have dropped her name if you was the one that killed her. Wouldn't have made no sense. Especially since she bled out in the middle of the street. See, I got a problem here. You and your friends aren't making much sense. You keep hiding things. This other guy, he won't talk at all. Allegedly calling for help, getting attacked by somebody, try to bring him in for questioning. He keeps trying to escape. And then when we're trying to let him go, he attacks the guards. Now he tells me that people within within the guards force are corrupt and people are out to get him. As far as I can tell, man's crazy.
That might be partially right.
So what am I supposed to do? You tell me.
Well, I guess we had hoped to investigate some stuff in the city, but at this point, I highly assume that's not an option. So we would certainly be willing to leave and not be back.
You think that's how this thing works? Both of yous. Both of yous think that's how this works. Have you ever dealt with the law before?
Oh, from time to time, I suppose. Usually not on this side of it.
Just don't know what to think about all this. Bring that other guy in here. And they go out. I'm not going to bother moving icons, but they get a few more people because of all the shit Erkin keeps pulling. And they grab him and they bring him into the room and they just kind of throw him in the corner. And one of you tell me why these guys want to kill you.
Who wants to kill us?
Exactly. Who the fuck wants to kill you?
Those people in the graveyard?
Ask him.
I look at Erkin. Who are they talking about?
Alright. He's just a compulsive fucking liar. Fine. Listen up, alright? My men went to the tomb. They investigated out there. You know what? No bodies. No bodies at all. No dead bodies, no nothing. They searched over the grounds, checked the grass, not a shred of blood anywhere. No drag marks, nothing. But inside that fucking tomb, blood everywhere. Alright? Looks like somebody tried to clean it up. They didn't have enough time because it was all over the stone, all over the place. Pools of fucking blood. Either multiple people died in there or someone shed a major artery of some sort. I don't know what happened there, and neither of yous is telling me. I'm real fucking pissed off at this point. Alright? But the fact that you're all here and you couldn't possibly have cleaned it up, and the timeline of this one over here getting arrested, and when we all showed up, couldn't have been any of you that did it. So I believe there's something going on, and I don't fucking like it. And this is why we don't like vigilantes in this town in the first place, because shit like this happens. If something's going on, somebody needs to come to the authorities and tell them what's going on so that we can take care of it. So the two of you got two options. You can either rot in a cell until the water baron passes some kind of judgment on you, or we can let you go and drop the charges, but in return, you agree to stop your vigilantism in this town and agreed to help Yartar and the Order of the Gauntlet with a little problem we got. What do you think of that?
I like option 2, depending on what the problem is.
Now that we should do it.
Don't think we should do it?
No way.
All right, well, talk to me. You just ignore him for the moment, if you would. That's what I tell the guy.
Mm-hmm. They're not going anywhere. They're listening.
Yeah. So I want him to tell me what What is it that you need help with?
It's something we don't quite need help with yet, but it's important for Yatar.
Okay.
Hey, either take the deal or don't.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about it? I mean, if it's go kill a bunch of children, I'm not gonna help you with it. I'd rather rot in the jail cell.
It's dangerous and it's good.
Yeah, I'll do it.
That was easy. You enrolled.
Oh, these guys aren't bad guys.
Yes,
That's
sir.
my thought.
What about you?
You're not giving me a choice. Although you gave me 2 choices, but they're not choices.
Looks like this guy speaks another language. Is that a yes or a no?
I want to call them nasty names in Goblin.
Can I roll insight on this guy to see if I think he's telling the truth?
Sure.
14. I'm rolling good tonight. +5, 19.
He seems sincere.
Then I want to say to Erkin, Erkin, I think he's telling the truth. He said it'll be a good thing. I don't want to sit in jail. You?
I know, I'm just being difficult with this guy. He's a piece of shit.
Just put my head in my hand.
All right, let's agree to his stuff, but be as difficult with him as possible.
Every time he's difficult, punch him in the stomach.
Who's he saying that to?
To his guys.
Oh, okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna get- okay.
I'm you guys gather the other guys, bring these two physically to the door and throw them the fuck out, and then after they're out, send somebody to bring their shit down to the bottom of the stairs. The two of you and the rest of your group wrap up your business in Yatar and move on to greener pastures. The order will be in touch eventually.
Okay, it's not something to do here.
It is something to do here, but not yet.
Oh, okay. How long until you think this might?
You'll find out when you find out.
Well, approximately, because we're gonna be like out adventuring for a while. It might be hard to get in touch with us. That's all.
A couple weeks, maybe.
Okay. All right. That should be enough time.
All right. So they grab the two of you and virtually carry you to the door. And they just throw the two of you out through the door like you're getting bounced from a bar. And
Son of a bitch.
8 guys come with you. Oops.
I gotta get back to the stream.
To march you down the stairs.
Is the captain guy with them, or he's gone?
There is a guy, but it's not the same guy.
Okay, I forgot to ask that guy's name.
It was Sergeant Cloud.
The same guy that had questioned Durgan before.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So they march the two of you down the stairs, and then the two guys in the back drop all your stuff, including Dundas's stuff, and you have exited the Water Baron's hall. And as the guards are leaving, the one officer that's with them says, Sergeant Cloud wanted all of you to get the fuck out of town as soon as you can. You dally too long, you're all going to be back here. Have a nice day. And that is that. So you're all together again.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Jesus, guys, what happened?
I did it.
I doubt you did it.
I didn't tell him nothing, and I got out scot free.
We didn't do anything wrong.
I relate
Exactly.
what happened to everyone. But that in my questioning anyway.
Did your standing in the Order of the Gauntlet help you at all?
I don't know. Well, we're not in jail, so I think it did.
You
Okay.
tell him anything
You
about
didn't tell him you were in the Order of the Gauntlet.
But he knew I was.
He didn't mention it.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
I thought he said Mintarn Mercenaries and
Lord's Alliance.
Oh, Lords and Lions. Fuck. I thought it was the other.
Nope, he didn't say anything about the Order.
Are these guys Lords Alliance or their Order of the Gauntlet?
Order of the Gauntlet.
These guys are Lord's Alliance.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right. So it was the one that I thought it was. All right.
Why did they say the Order of the Gauntlet will be talking to us?
Yeah, I did say that. That's why.
Because he said that the city of Yartar and the Order of Gauntlet need help with something.
Okay.
All
So
right.
what did you
well,
tell him?
I relate to Erkin what I told
I
him.
don't know what you told him. I'm asking you.
So he really wanted to know what happened in the tomb. I guess because there was blood in there. I told him I didn't know what the heck he was talking about.
Very
And
good.
I don't think he knew what happened. I thought he might have been talking about the box, and so I didn't want to say anything.
You didn't tell him about the box or the Astral Society.
No, didn't tell him about that.
Nice.
I guess that lady. Well, you heard that lady, or no, you didn't hear. What the fuck was her name again? I keep losing it here. Hillia Ravenfast was found murdered, and he asked if we did it. I told him no, I don't know what the hell happened to her. I thought she was getting out of town. And he had found that letter from Dryland, and he was asking about that.
Okay.
And I did tell him that she gave us the letter, but that's about all.
I'm pretty sure the Astral Society is embedded in everything, including these guys.
Yeah, that's a concern.
At least all the groups are embedded with each other. This town sucks.
That's the only way Dryland can fucking run this shit out or own every goddamn thing.
And the bodies were all gone. Did you get that other guy, Erkin? Did you kill him?
No, he got away. He was questioned by these guys, and I'm assuming they are just holding on to him, or he'll get away eventually.
You think they would have found out some more information then?
So we're probably not safe in one spot for too long. But is there
Yeah.
anything else in Yartar that we need to do while we have the box?
I guess nothing we have to do.
Yeah, it depends if you want to deal with Dryland and stuff.
I don't think we can now.
Just as a note that your characters would remember, but you might not. You have Urshnora out right now looking for the Harpers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can just stop at the inn on our way out and tell them
It's
to.
also really late. It's nighttime.
Oh.
By the time that ended, it's about 10 p.m.
Did we get the impression we could stay here another night, or we had to get the fuck out?
They said he had said to wrap up your business and get out. So he didn't really give you a timeline. He obviously means fast, but he didn't. If he had meant this moment, he would have said this moment.
Yeah.
I kind of mentioned I was staying at the Pearl Handle Pipe whatever inn to the people that could have been bad people.
Maybe we should get out with the box while we've got it.
And just camp outside of town or something.
Yeah, I have my little hut.
Your hut.
Yeah.
My hospitality.
Well, we probably won't get to any town in like
Let's
2
try to
hours.
find old girl and do that then.
All right, you want to go back to the inn first?
Probably where she is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should you go back to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On the way, I want to just briefly talk. Should we tell them about the Astral Society? I mean, now that we're not going to try to do anything about it.
I mean, what are they gonna do now that we have the box?
Well, the Astral Society's still trying to disrupt the area and take it over. They seem to be pretty bad guys. Killing old ladies. They probably were trying to get this orb to destroy part of the town, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we will be back here at some point if they call us to do something, and maybe it's still connected to the Astral Society. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. Only time will tell.
Maybe we made some sort of dent in it by killing all those guys.
They could also always tell the Hand of Yartar that the Lord's Alliance has the Runite bars.
True.
That could stir some things up.
Yeah, we could tell them that. Sure.
Okay.
All right, that was all I wanted to talk about, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you arrive back at the pearl-handled pipe inn, and a human man greets you when you enter, and he says, "So, how did it go today?"
Usual.
You've never seen this guy before, and he says, "Well, did you find any evidence?"
Oh,
Of what?
are you the guy?
Artwind.
Yes, I'm Artwin.
Don't just say his name. He could be whoever and just say he was Arwen.
He
Which-
transforms into Theron.
What's your last name, Artwind?
Okay, I think it's him.
Goodell.
That's right.
So what did you find out? Did you get anything?
Yeah, we got this note actually, and I'll hand him the note.
You don't have the note.
Oh, they took it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, so you look for the note, and he says, "What note?"
So, we were given a note that we were told was pickpocketed from Dryland, and
Uh-huh.
it said on it, Harker, please commence purchase of the pearl-handled pipe. Piper is out of the way as planned. Dryland.
Ooh, that's good. What'd you do with it? What'd you do with the note? Where is it?
It's taken from us.
Oh my God! By who?
The cops, whatever they're called here.
I
Oh.
want to glare at Erkin during this.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You gave it to the authorities. That's exactly what I want. Why you look?
Well, that's good news then.
Yeah, it's great news. That's great news. Why would you think that's a bad thing?
Well, we wanted to investigate it personally, but
What did you think I was gonna do with any evidence you brought me? Investigate it myself? That's ridiculous. That's what the cops are for.
Makes a lot of sense, guys.
You hear that,
I look and say, "That's what cops are for."
I don't think we really know what cops do.
No. The whole thing was that I couldn't get them to investigate it in the first place, and I wanted to find some evidence to get them on the trail. You've done that. You did what I wanted. A little bit more would have been nice. I mean, you guys wouldn't know if that was really his handwriting or not. Maybe they can figure it out. Yeah,
Well,
that's a good thing.
they did say her death was suspicious too, because we mentioned that, and they agreed. So All good stuff. We succeeded on our mission.
Reward.
He
Hooray.
holds out a hand and kind of totters it side to side a little bit. He's like, I say, maybe you got halfway. I mean, if you could get maybe one more piece of proof, and get that over to the guards, that'd be great. But you know what? You did something, so I'll give you half. I'll give you half the reward for now. And if you do another piece, if you can find another piece of good evidence, I'll give you the other half. And so he goes over back behind the counter and he pulls out a vial and he brings it over and he looks over all of you and then he hands it to Theron.
Ah, what do we
So
have
wait,
here?
wait a second. I thought we were getting gold too.
That's what I just said. You gotta find another piece and then I'll give you the gold.
Yeah.
This is worth a
Right.
lot more than the gold anyway. This is a potion of true sight.
Okay.
Big deal magics.
All right, throw it in the pile.
Pile.
What's
Our pile of
it
true
do?
sight potions.
I have a lot of potions. What was it called again? Potion of what?
True sight.
Ooh. Pretty sweet.
What's it do?
I will read it. It says, this semi-clear, light green potion images which flicker inside it, but only for a moment and never the same image. For 1 hour after drinking this potion, a creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of 120 feet.
Well, that's dope.
That's pretty sweet.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, great.
Right, so yeah, let me know if you find anything else.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we will. We'll let you know.
He transforms back into the human. It's alright, well you guys have a good night.
Is Schnoyer here?
Who?
That woman we were with before?
Oh, yeah, I think she's up in her room.
Oh, okay.
To her room.
Is there any? Is this an inn as well? Can we get food before we go to sleep?
Yeah, I can make something. You're used to inns being really busy at night. This is pretty, or the tavern portion anyway. This is pretty dead in here. But he goes back into the kitchen. He shouts to somebody to basically turn the ovens back on and everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't need to.
well, we can cook you up something.
Yeah, I don't need a role play or anything. Just I was thinking, it's 10 o'clock. We haven't eaten
Right.
all day probably. So.
Mhm.
All right, and then. Do we want to talk to Schnoyer before we go to bed?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you go up to her room. You pound on her door, and after a moment, you hear some shuffling. Who is it?
It's us.
Us
That's
who?
the key word. All of us.
Aaron.
On me.
She opens up the door a crack and looks. So why the fuck are you coming to my room so late?
We just all smile at her.
Yeah.
Hey.
She opens
Well.
up the door, so it's like half open. She's like, okay, what do you want?
Did you find anything out today?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna tell you in the morning, considering it's so late.
Yeah, we might have to leave though.
What?
Just tell
Yeah.
me, what did you find?
Oh, pay me for tomorrow first.
Fair.
Up here, what does it cost again?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either.
I can look.
Two gold or something?
I thought it was more than that. I
Thought
thought
it
it
was
was
like
like
10.
10 maybe?
A
Yeah.
day?
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Man, where did I write that down?
I don't remember.
How do you spell her name? There it is.
I think it's like 2 or something like that. I can't remember. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up.
Yikes. I may not have even written it down. Nope. Let's just say it was 5.
Okay, I'll give her 5.
She's okay. Yeah, there's a Harper base in town. It's a place called Kolbaz's Villa. It's run by some wizard. Kolbaz. It's actually right behind this place.
In what place? Place we're at.
It's place 10.
Good job. We're gonna have to leave here fairly early in the morning.
Okay,
We got into some trouble here today, so
of course.
be up early and we'll talk.
All right, I
That's it.
can do that.
You can bring the orange juice.
Gonna go dying on us.
I won't. She closes the door and latches it.
The only other thing I wanted to do before bed is, are these single rooms or are we all in our own rooms?
They're all twin for the most part, and you let Earthnora stay by herself.
I think Theron should hold on to the box for the night. If there's an interior room, he should be in there with probably Erkin.
What about
Both of you
Dun-
don't need to sleep very much, right? Or Dundas?
He can teleport anywhere he wants.
That's true.
I was thinking of just using my tiny hut.
Yeah, I don't know if I even want to stay here, to be honest with you.
Oh, we
You?
could leave.
I could always use my hospitality too.
Well, then maybe I said the wrong thing to her then.
Who cares?
I can set up my tiny hut in a building, can't I?
Yeah.
Well, we just indoor camp.
What's the tiny hut do?
Protects us from everything. Want me to
Really?
read it to you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's see. So it's a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force. It springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration, which is 8 hours. The spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. Spell fails if its area includes a large creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside.
Can you cast it in a room?
You can, but it would be as big as the room.
Do we have a good escape plan if something does go down?
I can teleport, and I think Dundas can teleport. I can take one person with me.
And I could take one person.
But we have that teleportation thing too.
Someone's got to
Oh
do
yeah,
some-
we have
Yeah,
the.
who's got?
I have it.
All right, why don't you attune to that as soon as we go in the room, and then we can all escape if we have to.
Teleportation disc, right?
Yeah.
So give that to what? Maxton or something?
Someone who doesn't have it, yeah. The ability.
Well, it depends where we want to go. No, we can all use it, right?
You talking about the potion of sight?
No.
No, teleportation disc.
Anybody can
Teleportation
use it
disc.
as long as they are attuned to it.
Yeah, but it would teleport us all.
Was it?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't say it, so I didn't know.
You cast teleport.
Okay, yeah,
Sick.
up you and up to 8 million creatures. Okay,
Oh, sick. Okay, cool.
I was just reading the teleportation disc thing, not
Nice.
the teleport thing.
Yeah. Why don't you just attune to it in that way? As soon as
Yeah.
we get in the room, and then we could all jump out of here if we had to.
Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
let's do it.
So he attunes to that. He casts the tiny hut. You all stay uncomfortably in one room together. That's meant for at most two. And you guys sleep. You get your long rest, and you wake up in the morning.
And we're good.
Yeah, it's morning.
Now the hut blocks our view of the outside, though, right?
Well, no, you can
Or
see
something?
through it.
No, we can see outside. Okay.
But we're also in. Are we outside?
No, we're in a room.
You're in
Okay,
the
so
room.
do you want to look at the walls?
I want to carefully open the door, and I want that disc thing to be ready just in case there's like tons of guys outside or something.
Okay, you open up the door and stick your head out, and there's nobody in the hall.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, coast is clear.
I gotta roll my.
All right, well, why don't we go down and have breakfast, and we should probably get the hell out of here.
Okay, so you guys go down and have breakfast.
And is there Schnoy there?
Yum, yum,
Yep.
yum, yum, yum.
She didn't
Um,
bring any orange juice.
Bitch.
I was going to tip her a golden, though. I will not. I don't say that to her, though. So I say we've got to leave town this morning. What do you think, guys? Should we have her stay around and try to collect some information,
I mean, yeah,
or
I'm
not?
cool with that.
Not
I don't
bother.
care.
I don't know.
What else do we need her for?
Uh, I mean, there's lots of goings on here, and we'll maybe be back in a few weeks if we've got to do this thing for the police.
Mm-hmm.
Might be good to have some inside information.
Just keeping an eye out, kind
Yeah.
of. I'm cool with
she-
that.
Does
I
she
don't
work
give a
for an
shit.
organization or something? Who's she work for?
She was the one at the pirate place there.
Please.
Yeah, the River Guard Keep, but I don't think she's part of any organization.
Why? Where did we find her again?
Was it Red Larch, Joe? Or was it
No,
north of that? I can't remember what it's called.
you ran into her in Tribor. She was trying to become one of the 12.
That's right.
One of the 12. Okay, whatever.
All right. Well, I want to do that, so I guess I'll tell her. We're gonna be gone for a while. We're likely gonna be back here in a couple weeks. Here's 200 gold, and you're to stay around and collect information on what's going on here, so you can give it to us when we get back.
Okay, so 40 days.
And I tell her, if you run out, just go back. If you're headed back to Tribor, we'll find you again.
Okay. If she has to leave, she's supposed to go to Tribor.
Yeah, I say, or if it gets too hot or anything here, if you're in any trouble, get out of here and go back to Tribor.
Okay. All right.
And I briefly want to just mention the Astral Society tour. I don't know if we did or not. I think she was there when we questioned that guy, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows all about that.
Yeah. I'd say she knows as much as you guys. She doesn't really know too much about this orb, but
Yeah, I don't want to tell her about the orb too much.
all right.
Okay.
All of that is set.
All set.
Anything else?
Nah.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Roll out.
Cheese it.
To
Okay.
where?
South, I think. We either want to go to the Earth Temple, the Water Temple, or to that
Oh, yeah. That's right.
that witch.
I'll also note if there's anything you guys that you think you have done that needs to be reported to any of your organizations. You haven't done that.
True. I haven't gone to the Zentaran people at all. I know where they are.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying that if there's anything you think you've done that needs to be reported, you haven't done it.
I'm not going to bother for now.
Maybe,
I think I did, actually.
weren't the Harpers interested in this? Fuck, my notes suck. Let's see.
I mean, everyone generally wants to know who's behind the hand murders, the kidnapping of people, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think I want to go to number 10 and talk to the Harpers.
And I don't remember
Unless you guys
the
don't want to.
Harpers know.
Huh?
I don't remember what the Harpers know and what they don't know.
I just remember my notes. Tribor leader, Harper. I can't remember either.
I don't believe you guys have told the Harpers anything about
Anything,
Yartar
really.
stuff.
Alright,
Okay,
then
we'll
we're
go
good
there.
then. Do it.
Are you saying you're good as in you want to or don't want to?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. If you're down. If you're not, I won't. I would ask you if you wanted to.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go holler.
Okay, so who's
Are you
going?
Harper?
I'm gonna go.
He is.
I'll go just to wait outside, I guess, so that it doesn't
Yeah,
look like
what
we're
if-
all just wandering around town again.
Yeah, I don't want to separate from people, but I don't want to go in either.
Yeah, I don't want to go in.
One of you can hold the box.
All right. So all of you head over toward that building, and you approach a dilapidated building which borders an 8-foot high wall of ivy-covered stone.
Alright. Wanna go to the door
Okay.
and knock and knock?
You go to the door and
Like-
knock, and you wait 30 seconds, and you don't hear anything.
Try to open the door.
The door is unlocked.
Peek in.
You peek in. It's a fairly large building, but it's in complete disrepair on the inside. Everything's falling apart. It looks abandoned.
Huh. Is old girl with us still?
No.
Bitch. What do you guys think? Screw it for now.
Um,
I don't want to get caught up in some shit.
Avoid.
can we roll to see if we know what the hell this is? What to do here?
Sure.
Aaron's a lot smarter than I am. Oh, that's a shit roll. Maybe he's not. 10.
You've never heard anything about this Kolbaz. Um, you know that there's supposedly Harpers in town, and Ursnora seemed pretty confident that this was the place. It looks like there's a lot of area to whatever this is out back behind the building where the wall circles something. It's 8 feet high, so none of you can see over the edge.
Percy, be gone.
Okay. Percy
What
flies over the villa
Take a
and looks out back. He sees um so he sees that there is a 40-foot square garden patio,
Okay.
all in disrepair, including broken benches, weed-infested flower beds, shattered statues all over the place. It looks like everything in this back patio area and the grass surrounding it must have been great at one point, but it looks completely abandoned right now. He sees below him a hooded figure with a cane uh, wandering around. He's got something puffy on his back.
I tell you guys that. I say we go talk to him.
Okay.
Make our way to this guy.
So you're gonna walk through the building.
Yes.
I want to wait outside.
So Grimgar waits outside. Do the rest of the four of you all go, or does anybody stay with Grimgar?
I'll stay with him.
I go.
Maxon?
I'll stay.
Maxon stays. Okay, so just Dundas and Theron go. You walk out the back, and with the help of Percy, you track this guy down. He is a furry humanoid, bent over using a cane, and he's got a big bushy tail that rises over his head. He looks up at you and squints, and you see that he's some type of squirrel person. He pulls his head back, and his ears perk up, and one is like missing a part. And he says, "Eh, who are you?" What are you doing in my garden?
I'm sorry. So we were told that my name is Dundas, and this is my companion here, Theron.
Yeah.
We are members of the Harpers, and we were told that we could talk to somebody here.
Harpers, you say? Do you know the secret handshake? And he clacks over to you with his cane, and he sticks out his hand.
I do it.
Okay, there isn't a secret handshake, so what do you do?
Okay. I mean that I knew it, so I don't do it then.
Okay.
So you just like, okay, so you look at his hand and look back at him, and then he puts his hand on his chin. He goes, how do I know you're Harpers?
Do I have a badge or something?
No.
Uh,
Unless there's something in your inventory. I don't know of anything you have.
I'm a harp shadow. Does that help?
Is that your rank?
That's my rank.
Oh. He scratches his head. I guess. You think we've been around long enough, we'd have a better test than this.
Yeah, I agree.
this guy's nuts. I love it.
So what can I do for you? I'm Colbaz, by the way. Colbaz the Squirrel.
Colbaz, huh? Nice to meet you, Colbaz. We were just doing some investigating in this city. We were wondering what kind of information you had on it. Colbaz.
So I'll give you a better description of him at this point, since you've been talking to him a little bit. His fur is dark gray, though it's very light in parts, especially his tail, which signifies that he's rather old. He's wearing black pants. His robe is red and white. He has no undershirt, so he's got a big tuft of gray hair that pokes out the top of the robe. His cane is dark brown and weathered. He has this like big pocket in his robe where there's a book sticking out. And he's wearing a pair of wide spectacles over black eyes. Um, and he says, "Oh, yeah, this place is more of a meeting place than anything else. I don't really pay attention to the goings on anymore. I'm mostly here to guard the teleportation circle."
Teleportation circle, you say?
Yeah, he snaps his fingers, and you now discover that the dilapidated nature of everything is actually a hallucinatory terrain spell, and the place is actually quite beautiful. None of the statues are crumbling, they're all sparkling and white. There's a fountain with water, the grass is neatly trimmed, the bushes as well. It's actually a really beautiful garden, and on the patio where all the statues are, there is a circle on the ground with all types of runes around it. Um, that now that you can see it, you'd be able to easily identify as a teleportation circle.
Ah, very nice. What where can that teleport you to?
Oh, let's see. It's connected to a few different places. It goes to Everland, Loudwater, Mirabar, Neverwinter, and Waterdeep.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
But don't tell anybody except for other Harpers, you hear? This is a
Oh, of
secret.
course. Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
of
The
course.
Water Baron would not like to know that the Harpers have a teleportation circle within her city.
Nah, your secret is safe with us.
It's your secret, too.
I
The
see.
Harper secret.
For
Yes, our secret is safe with us.
Haha. Very cool.
My God, I don't miss adventuring at all.
How often do people come here to meet?
Oh, often enough. Once a week, maybe. There's always something going on.
Alright.
Guess we should fill him in on the information we know as well.
Yeah, I guess because he's gonna be seeing people.
Okay, what topics are you going to tell him about? You don't have to describe the whole thing, just tell me what topics, and I'll assume everything on that topic.
What do you think, Nate?
Probably the orb.
Or the hand, maybe?
Yeah. Orb in the
Island.
hand. Oh yeah, Dryland for sure.
Oh, so the Astral Society too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Alright, so you're telling him who's behind the kidnappings?
Um,
It's the Astral Society.
Yeah.
do we want to Tell them
Or
all that.
I don't know. If you don't think so, then no.
I guess we technically don't know who this guy is either.
True. I mean, he's sharing some pretty cool shit with us. But yeah, you're right.
So
I don't
yes.
know.
Yeah,
I'd
let's
say
just tell.
I'd say why not? Yeah. Yes.
All right. So you'll each get 2 renown, one for letting him know who was behind the kidnappings, and one for letting him know about the orb.
Ooh, piece
You
of candy.
each get 2. Let me mark these off.
So now we're now on 4.
Um,
5.
and he instructs you to do one of 2 things with the orb. Either take it back to Tribor and give it to the leader there, because she is also a harper, or take it out into the middle of nowhere and destroy it. And he says, well, what did you learn from it when you identified it?
The orb?
Yes, of course, the orb. You weren't just carrying this around without figuring out what it was, right?
Well, I guess we never really got a chance to,
We
but
really haven't had a chance since we got all
it is
caught up.
submerged in water, so we're thinking that's some sort of trigger for it.
Do you want me to do it?
I would love for you to do it.
All right. So you set the box down, and he sits cross-legged on the ground next to it, and he doesn't even do the ritual. He just casts identify. He sticks his hand into the water and pokes it with his finger first, and nothing happens. So he touches his fingers to it, and he casts the spell. I think it takes a minute, right? Doesn't it?
Cast identify straight up.
Yeah.
1 minute, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes is the ritual. 1 minute. Yeah.
So he does the 1 minute thing, and then so he's sitting there for a minute, and then you see his eyes bulge, and he pulls his hand away and closes the top real fast, and then pushes it back into your arms. And he says, "By the gods, you've just been wandering around with that thing?
We just got it yesterday, and we haven't really gotten a chance to dispose of it.
How many spells have you cast around it? What level? How many?"
Shoot,
I don't
couple level 3 spells probably.
know. It's been away from
Okay,
me.
all
Well,
right.
well, since I've been holding it, I haven't. But we were in like the vicinity of it.
Uh huh.
Let's say 20 feet away, maybe more. Within 50 of you.
All right. If a total of 70 spell slots are cast within 300 feet of it, it explodes.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, we've probably done around 20 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many before you found it?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Oh God.
It'd be
All right.
thousands.
Listen. There are 2 ways or 3 ways that this thing activates. 70 spell slots, or this is ridiculous. All you have to do to activate it is to put your hand on it and will it to activate. It detonates
Jeez.
a minute later. You don't have to be attuned to it. You don't have to have seen it before. You don't have to know what it is. You just put your hand on it and will it to activate, and a minute later it explodes.
And those are the only 2 ways.
Well, it could also just be attacked. It
Gotcha.
has a certain amount of resilience to it, but if you hacked away at it enough, it would explode.
What about deactivating it? Is that even possible?
No.
Okay. Good to know.
Also, don't take it out of the water, like at
Yeah, we
all.
thought so.
So it's super fucking hot. Apparently, keeping it completely submerged in water keeps that effect from spilling out somehow. But if even an inch of it were to come out of the water, it would give off intense heat.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Like like
quickly wrap it back up in my
real intense.
whatever wrap we got.
When you detonate it, you need to get real far away.
How far?
Let's see.
Good thing we have this teleportation disc.
Yeah.
I got a lot of notes written here. Let me just find this. Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta destroy it then, huh? I wouldn't really feel too comfortable bringing it to Tribor and giving it to the leader there. Just knowing that it's still in existence.
Okay. This is really complicated. You pretty much need to get a mile away. And you don't have to get a mile away in the minute, but you'll want to keep getting away as fast as you can. So, all right. The first thing that happens is that for 24 hours in a 1 mile diameter circle, it gets super fucking dry. If you don't have any like drinkable water on hand, you basically just start to melt, like from heat exhaustion. Like think like super desert. It gets real dry and real hot, real fast, and continues on for the 24 hours. At the end of each hour during that time, there is a chance that shit just starts catching on fire in random locations throughout the radius. Um, at hours 8, 16, and 24, a basically a meteor will just crash to the ground in a random location and just annihilate whatever it hits.
Oh boy.
Real makes the area real fucking bad. Like pretty much by the time it's done, everything in that radius is gonna be dead, either burned to death or just
What if we
fucking melted away.
activate it and throw it in a body of water?
That sounds like a really bad idea. That would probably ruin the entire planet's weather patterns,
Okay.
as like a mile worth of ocean that keeps filling in just evaporates all at once.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Okay.
So like maybe the whole planet would just be one big hurricane.
Hmm. Well, what's his name again? Kolbar?
Kolbez.
Kolbaz?
That's
Oh,
a that's just a ruiner. That just ruins a place.
Do you have any suggestions where we should do this?
Nope.
No.
Glad I'm not an adventurer.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me again where your teleport uh circle goes again?
Yeah. It goes to Everlund, Loudwater, Mirabar, Neverwinter, and Waterdeep.
So do we need to get the sigil sequence for this area to be able to teleport back here?
Um,
I'm just reading the teleport spell.
if I don't remember what that spell says.
It says if Your familiarity is with a permanent circle. You can pretty much always teleport right there. It says a permanent teleportation circle whose sigil sequence you know.
Yep. So you'd have to study it for an hour, but then whoever has studied it. Oh wait, you can commit it to memory after studying it for 1 minute. So I'm wrong. 1 minute. So whoever wants to commit that sequence to memory can do so. And then if you
Let's
ever
do it.
cast teleport, you can come directly to this circle with 100% accuracy.
100%.
Oh,
Hooray!
Mind if we study your circle?
can we both study it?
Sure.
Why not, right? Since we're the only ones in there right now anyways. Fuck it.
Okay, so you do that.
It's true, we do.
So, what do you think you're gonna do? Are you gonna bring it back to Tribor, or are you gonna try to take care of it yourselves?
Both will talk with the rest of our party, but I think either way we'll probably take care of it ourselves.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, we really
Thank you, and thank
appreciate
you
all
for
the
your help.
information.
That was very helpful.
You're welcome.
I hope to see you again soon.
Stay safe.
Okay,
Alright.
somebody leave.
Go meet up with the
Okay.
group and fill them in on everything. And what do you guys think?
Holy shit, we better get the hell out of here. Who knows how many people are casting spells in this city?
Do we have any place we want to destroy?
True.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
The dragon's
destroy-
lair.
Tribor was a shithole.
Just destroy the dragon's lair.
Just put it there and let him destroy
Just
himself.
put it there, activate it, and then just teleport away.
Let's
It's the
at least
perfect
get out of
plan.
town, right?
Yeah, what
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here first of all. Where is Venom Fang's lair? I forget. We know we haven't been there.
Aren't we
have
supposed
No.
So we kind of have to agree that no more spells until we
like
know
that's
what
our
to do
next
with this.
thing. We need to get rid of this.
We need to do
Like,
it
Well,
now.
if we get out of town for a ways, might we find some place like that's just like a
in
mountain or
the-
something?
Throw it in the bog.
What about
Yeah,
like
you can find a mountain.
what about this tower where we got attacked?
Oh.
There's those Aarakocra near it. I don't know if they're a mile away or not. I guess.
So
We were going to go to Waterdeep, weren't we? Eventually.
Mm, not particularly.
It's the
we can
water
always use
place.
this teleport site too. We gotta remember that. We gotta find these other teleport sites. Let's be sick.
Where
We
was
were gonna go down the
dragon?
river for something, right?
Yeah, because we were gonna go to Nettleby Ranch or the
Yeah, and that'll be
Earth
Where is,
Temple or the Water Temple.
where is Waterdeep?
Deep's way
Waterdeep?
southwest.
Oh yeah, it's way to the west, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Map.
it's way. It's about as far from Amphale as Amphale is from Westbridge.
Yeah, I'm thinking the wrong place.
How big are these square things on here?
4 mile,
Good. Okay.
I believe. Where's that?
yeah.
Bottom?
It says right in the middle.
Oh, right
Top
at the top.
middle.
Yeah.
What about just like taking it into the hills
Desert Hills.
and just scouting out a mile area?
Does anyone know anything about the hills?
They have eyes.
I
I
know.
studied the hills.
Yeah, I know a little bit, but
But I
not
didn't
that
between
much.
And there's gold in them.
You guys have been around. I mean, there's lots of conversations that we're not role playing and all, where you guys are trying to get to know the area and everything. So without having to roll, you would know that there aren't really any people that live out in these hills. In fact, the only settlement you know of that's out in any hills is the Vale of Dancing Waters. You don't know of any other location where there's people up in any hills. Not saying there aren't any, but you don't know of any.
Just take the river and go into the Desert Hills and plant it somewhere there.
Maybe get a recommendation from this cottage place of where to blow it up.
It's true.
That guy.
Who's that guy?
Deal? Yeah, he. We talked to somebody that saw a green dragon that attacked the cottage there. And Milana Princeps was sent to investigate that. She was going to come to Yartar after she investigated. I don't know if she's done that.
Oh, happy day.
Yeah, if the dragon's nearby, I say we kaboomy.
Yeah, blow up the dragon. Let's go.
We'll offer it to him as like treasure.
Trap him.
Yeah.
Easy.
It gets stronger the more spells you cast next
Yeah,
to it.
tell him to eat it. Or...
Well, we really, that is our next thing. We have to figure out where to bring this thing. I am
Let's-
not comfortable with it
let's
anymore.
Let's just go to the hills in the southwest there.
Because we don't want to get attacked at the same time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta find a location and then figure out our plan to get away. Are we just gonna teleport right back to that circle?
I don't really want to go back to Yartar. Westbridge? We could teleport to Westbridge.
I mean, yeah, anywhere as long as we're away. As long as we got a plan. Whatever, what our next mission or goal was.
I think we should go to the ranch because that's kind of on our way down south. Although I know we have the teleport thing. But there was that fire witch there, and the upside D thing, the symbol
Oh yeah,
that was associated with the fire witch and everything. So it'd be a good reason to
good
go
place
there. I
to
think.
go. Yeah, I'm down with that. That was what you said, Nettleby, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, which way do you want to go and how are you getting there?
Do you have any more boats on your hat, Theron?
I would assume so.
Well,
The
we
coat?
could just.
Do you want to
Those
walk?
are 4 mile squares or hexagons. Hectagon. And we just need to be a mile away then. So
Yeah, I don't think we want to do it like right next to a river or anything though. Probably wouldn't be like at least a mile and a half in.
down.
So I guess if we go out of west of town, and then we'd be kind of in the right direction on the big map, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, because then we could head into the hills there.
South. West
Yeah.
and south.
So your plan
Yeah.
is to go out this way
And then cut south.
and then cut south.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
right in there. In between those hills.
All right, you can go 24 miles a day. And so let's see, it's 4, 8, and then you want to go south from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Perfect.
So 12. So I'm gonna say that's noon.
Then I think we spend time like scouting around to make sure nobody's around within a mile. To the best of our ability.
Yeah, I could have Percy up to searching if you want me to roll.
Okay. Yeah. Make a Percy perception check with advantage.
All right, Percy. Perception is +3, so 16 + 3, 19. Had
Okay.
11 and a 6.
So you do a pretty good search of the area. I mean, obviously it's a mile. You don't see any humanoids at all. There's plenty of regular animals.
I mean, as long as there's no people working.
Sucks to be them, I guess.
We're about to ruin these motherfuckers.
We do our best to like scare the animals out in the area. Like a
Okay.
lot of yelling, like "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, we'll do our
Clanging,
best.
clanging sword and shield together.
Okay.
Shit.
And then how are we gonna detonate this thing?
I think I'll just grab it and say activate or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what he said.
You
All
gotta
right.
get a mile away.
So he grabs it and activates it.
Hold on.
Well,
I've
no, no,
started-
no, 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 no.
No,
I've
I was
I've
answering
already
his.
started a stopwatch.
No,
Hey,
you
I was
haven't.
answering his question.
So
That's the
here's
only
here's my thought. You could use your dimension door, and then
10
I'll
seconds.
use the Pegasus, and you can teleport to me, and then we'll fly away.
All right, let's go.
All right, that's what we do.
What do you do?
Yep, we did
He's-
it.
he's gonna-
We're gone.
Well,
He's
actually,
gonna activate it with. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, like, what do you mean with a dimension door?
Well, can't you teleport like 500 feet to start
Yeah.
or something? Yeah. So just do that to start.
Uh-huh.
I'll be 500 feet away in Pegasus, and then you
I'll
jump
come
on,
to you.
What about the rest
jump
of
on,
us?
and we fly away. You all just stay a mile away.
I like that.
Already be a mile away.
All right, this whole stopwatch thing really fell apart.
I wasn't. I was confused. I wasn't saying I was doing that right
Okay.
now. I didn't.
So you're leaving the rest of them a mile away, and what are the two of you doing?
He'll activate it in the center of the area we searched.
Uh-huh.
So I,
Dimension door to me. I've already used the Pegasus horn, and then he'll jump on the back, and we'll fly away as fast as we can.
Is that what you want to do?
how fast does that fucking Pegasus go?
He goes pretty fast. He goes. I gotta get him back up. Hold on.
Because we could just use that teleportation disc and be done instantly.
Yeah, that's true. He goes 90 feet, so you could go 120 feet every 6 seconds. Like, do the
Ooh,
math, I
boy,
suppose.
that's too close. Girlfriend, I think. I vote teleportation disc.
Well, Pegasus goes 120 feet per.
You guys, I mean, with the description, what are you worried about happening as soon as the minute starts?
I don't.
I'm not saying
I just
there's
feel like it's
nothing.
gonna be
I'm just-
chasing us. It's gonna be chasing us down. We're gonna have to be worrying about drinking water. And I don't know. I
Once
just
we
feel
get out
like
of
if
the
we had
mile
to,
area, it's not a problem.
all
Right?
Gotta be decisive.
Is this thing gonna release anything? It goes.
I described what it does.
yeah, it gets real dry, and then this happens, and then that happens. But that's all. Yeah, we got a lot of time.
Give the Astral Society something to look at.
All right.
Yeah, let's just do that.
All right.
So
you
he's
explain.
teleporting to the Pegasus that's in the air.
No, we'll be like on the ground, and he'll just jump right on, and then we'll
Okay.
fly away.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just happy I'm not doing it.
All right.
On
So Dundas activates it and then uses his key to dimension door to the Pegasus that's 600 feet away, and then you both hop on and fly away. And you can like feel it happening, like the heat and everything. Like
Okay.
you're pretty close to the edge by the time. I mean, would you say 160 feet? What's it? 120 feet per what?
120 feet every 6 seconds.
Oh.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, he flies 90. Yeah. No, 180 feet. I was looking at the.
180
Nice.
feet every 6 seconds.
It's pretty
So-
dope. Good job.
So,
I thought it was less than that. That's why I was getting all scared.
Yeah, it would take you 26 sets of 6 seconds to get out.
Alright.
I don't know. I can't do that math. It takes you a few minutes to get out. And so you feel the heat, you feel the dryness, but you don't have to do anything. And
Okay.
you get out of the 1 mile radius and land near the rest of your friends.
Hey, fellas. Enjoy the show.
I say, good job,
How'd
Jelly Bean.
it go?
Jelly bean.
Well, it's going. Shit
So
got
it's,
hot.
Looking a
it's
little
pretty hot
dry.
in there. Yeah, give me a drink.
So are you gonna wait around, or are you just gonna leave it to go?
What do you guys
Uh,
want to do?
I guess, this is the closest point by the road anybody would come in. Why don't we like camp here for a day to make sure nobody wanders into it and gets hit by a meteor or something?
It's true.
All right. So you guys wait around. Okay, that's the first hour.
Because what time is it now anyway? Because it's pretty late, right?
Early.
You set it off at 2.
Set it off at 2.
Mhm.
Because I know it took some time to travel. Okay.
All right. At the end of the 4th hour, so at 6 p.m., off to the well, I have you as being the northeast of the circle, so that you detonated it over on this side of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you see in the distance some fire. Well, not fire. You see the smoke. Indicating that a fire has started.
What do you guys say we roll now? That's just gonna draw attention.
Yeah. Let's go.
No one's gonna walk into that.
Yeah, there's no way.
You waited
Oh,
until
it's
a
on
fire
fire.
got started.
Well,
and
what?
then
Yeah,
you're gonna
let's
leave.
just wait here. I don't know.
Because there's no wildlife.
What are you waiting for?
Well, so somebody doesn't accidentally
Into
walk
the
in to
fire?
investigate. Well, the whole thing's on fire.
Well,
Screw them, dude.
What if we
Yeah.
burn down the whole forest?
And I only say that because I'm just worried. Because now it's a signal fire, pretty much. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck's
There's
going on over
forest
here?"
fires.
Yeah,
Not
well,
orb-shaped forest fires, though.
A lot of people want us dead.
Yeah.
Fine.
let's just rock out with our, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
there's a
know.
water mage or
You sure there's a mage?
Where
Or
to though?
Are
We're
we
not
going to
gonna.
Nettleby Ranch?
Let's go to Nettleby.
All right, we're not gonna make it there today.
Are we just gonna walk through the hills, or are we gonna go
Should we
back on the
stay
road?
close to the road between Yartar and Tribor or no?
There's that bog over there.
Right. That's where we should have detonated it.
That's true.
Uh,
Should have just
Well,
blown up the bog.
Those other guys lived in the bog, though, right? John Greensleeve's friends.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
We already got
Oh.
John Greensleeves killed. I don't want to kill his friends.
Yeah.
All right. We could go through the hills. I'm down. I don't care.
Yeah, I guess.
Take the river. Desiree.
Sure. You guys tell me which way, because I'm gonna fly and meet you there. Get some practice with Jelly Bean.
fly.
I'm down with the
Yeah,
river.
I've got
Take
my
the water
Pegasus.
and go to
I'll
Nettleby.
swim the whole way.
Yeah. We can pull our boat as Romulus once.
Yeah, all right, let's do that.
I can't pull the boat. I'm gonna be broke the fuck off.
Well, it's probably gonna take us 4 hours to get over there, and Jelly Bean will disappear by then. So
Yeah, let's just get on the water. What do you say?
You can get to the river actually in 1 hour.
okay, let's do that.
Okay, so you head east and make it to the western bank of the river, and it's now 7 p.m.
We're trying to camp it out for the night, or use the night as our advantage and cruise.
Yeah, let's cruise for a little bit, assuming that Theron's gonna boat.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever
boat,
been
and I have the
to-
super goggles that I can see extra fire in the night. So
Oh yeah, that's right. So we could take turns taking watch and shit.
Okay, so you're gonna
yeah.
use one of your patches.
Yeah, we'll move 4 patches.
Okay. You do the patches, and I guess everybody piles into the boat.
Yeah.
And so, how long do you want to travel for?
I want the horse to pull the boat for if it's 6 o'clock or 7. No, it's 7 o'clock
Yes.
for like 2 hours.
Right.
If we go to bed at like midnight, we
Down
wake
the
up at
Erie
8.
Canal.
Yeah, we could go to bed late. Then the horse can pull it another 7 to 5, 3 hours total hours. 3 total
What
hours.
is the natural flow of this river? Is it north or south?
Which way did we say?
South.
I think it goes south. Yeah.
So that helps too. If we just want to,
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how well that works. I'm just curious if that's an option. Just to
no, it
let
must flow north, right? Just based on the way it looks.
I
don't
don't
know a
Yeah,
lot
remember
about
now.
rivers.
I thought it went to the ocean to the south
well, because right
eventually.
down here by Golden Fields, the way those branch off, that would mean it's going north, right? Unless they're all coming. Yeah, because like it goes into a creek,
Yeah, that would make sense.
so it would be north.
Okay, yeah,
It was
so it's
going
flowing
south.
north.
That way.
You're going the opposite.
Son of a shit.
It's not very fast.
Okay. Well,
All right. So you can travel for longer because you're doing that. Why don't 2 people just give me nighttime perception rolls?
I'll do
Any
it.
advantage or disadvantages with that?
yeah, you guys go ahead and do it.
Is it me and?
Oh, shit, I got
I
an
don't
extra
know.
20.
I'll do it. You got a natural 20?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were doing it.
Plus
Yeah,
7.
Perception. Okay. 17 plus 4, 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Around 10 p.m. in the distance, you hear.
Whoa.
I know what that was.
Yeah.
I'm
It
assuming.
just like echoes off the hills.
I'm assuming we heard it from like the northwest.
Okay, it where you are right now. It's midnight.
Oof.
It's on sleep in the canoe.
No, let's camp.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
that's
get out, you do the hut, you sleep, nothing bothers you, and you get up the next morning.
Everyone long rested, right?
Yep. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my.
I'm gonna reattune to my
Dorky.
staff. Take off the
Oh.
teleportation disc. We
The
did.
river's got to go south, Joe. It goes to the ocean by Waterdeep, unless
Does
the
it? Okay,
map I'm looking at is bad.
probably not.
Huh.
I just didn't open up the.
I'm just
I
guessing.
mean, guys, it's just artists.
Yeah, I know.
and stuff. So
Yeah.
I just thought the ocean was that way, and I'm like, how the fuck does the river not go to the ocean?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
hey, I don't have a clue. You tell me.
Oh.
I liked the accent for Sergeant Cloud, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Ooh, Chris, good one.
Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Lots of stuff's gonna happen.
Go by 7.
Should we just keep going in the morning?
Yeah.
Why we woke up, like I wanted to look for smallish rocks that I can use for my staff thing.
Christ.
It's 6 a.m. Whoever happened to be keeping watch at that time, you heard a softer in the distance. Because you're a little further away now.
I say, hopefully nobody's investigating that.
Was somebody
So
talking?
Oh no, I don't know what's going on.
I thought Chris was saying something.
My health went up a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
You look awfully healthy this morning. You had some good sleep, huh?
Oh, great night.
Okay.
Yeah, you look good.
You got a pretty good boot
Yeah.
thing
See what
today.
that noise is.
Um. So we're just continuing on, fellas.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hop on in.
Okay. Where are you trying to get to? You going to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so 4 hours. So at noon, you get to the bank of the river.
Hop on out.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the boat out with us in case we end up coming back this way.
What's the boat's name?
Richard.
Richard.
We hide it in some brush.
Okay, you hide it in some brush. Make a survival check. Whoever's hiding it.
I'll hide it, I guess. I get +5 too. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Anybody? One more person hiding it with him. He like puts
Yeah, I'll
like
do it.
he puts like a branch on it.
I got
13. All right. It's not hidden very well at all.
I'd say that looks great. No one will find it there.
We both look at it and just shake our heads. Yeah.
To be
Mhm.
fair,
Good job.
Dundas would have no clue, being a guy who's lived underwater his entire life.
Yeah.
I just wanted to try.
Grimgar should know, but
We got a cave dweller and a water guy.
technically
All
Grimgar
right.
is an islander. But
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
All right, that looks great. I hide votes all the time. Now let's go to LB range.
Boats all the time.
so what happens is Dundas, like, he covers it in like branches and shit, but there's no other bushes nearby, so it's like obvious that it's like something under a bunch of shit. But then Grimgar like makes a little sign to remind himself where the boat is. So like he like shapes out some rocks so it says boat over here.
I'm like, good idea.
He
Yeah,
spends
I've
like the
lost
whole
boats
time just
before.
arranging rocks.
Everyone else is watching us like, what the fuck?
All right. So you want to head for the ranch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to pick up some rocks on the way.
Okay. How many?
Like 6, I guess.
Okay.
I'd like to have Percy
Put them in your
scouting ahead
inventory
of
and
us.
put them for the size you need to make sense. Maybe 3 pounds each.
Okay.
Got to be kind of heavier rocks. So Percy's keeping watch. Now, you guys trying to go
Yeah.
all the way to the ranch, or are you gonna plan on trying to camp outside of it?
Probably gonna camp.
You
'cause how
you
long is that
landed your
far?
boat at noon.
Um,
And then you'd have to rest from boat paddling that whole time
mhm.
for about 2
Yeah.
hours. So and finally at 2 o'clock, far off in the distance, you hear one final.
I think that takes care of that.
Job well done, everybody.
Good job. Well done.
Fucking orcs.
I think rest away from the ranch a little bit.
Okay, so I'll put that you end up stopping just at the outskirts. You rest for the night again, and in the
Oh.
morning. Yeah, sorry. Is there anything you want to do to try to use that?
I want to, I don't know, dexterously cut myself over and over again.
Yes.
Okay, so you do the knife finger game.
Hey man, you all right?
Just gotta work out some aggression here.
All right.
I want to play with my cards and my dice
Okay.
at night and read my book about my god.
Okay.
And I'll ask everyone else if they'd like to join me when I read my book.
Yes.
I will.
Oh, that's great.
I'd like to learn.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy.
Just my
I'll listen.
knowledge is just very low.
What was that, Theron?
I'll listen to you read.
Oh, great.
Go work out somewhere.
All right.
I love these two guys.
So this is this is where we're gonna end for the night. So let's see, Erkin. With that, you've earned 7 points toward your dexterity thing.
7 points of dexterity.
Damn.
Got it.
No. Grimgar has now earned 3 toward his, and Maxon's still at 2.
I was gonna go
Huh?
while they're reading.
Okay. No, Maxon's also at 3. So Chris is mentioning it far more often than you guys.
Yeah.
So Erkin's at 7, and the two of you are at 3. I'm not telling you what you got to get to in order to get it. But
Do it every time.
while you guys are kind of like resting for the night, and you're sitting there, and everything, Theron just in a moment of oh yeah, remembers that you had told Liberté to meet you at Yartar.
Motherfucker.
Son of a bitch.
Where are we supposed to meet him? I don't remember.
You didn't say. You just said at Yartar. But remember, he doesn't like to enter cities because of his wings.
I have all my spells, don't I?
Yeah, you should.
I can use sending. Send him a message.
Okay.
Okay, I can send 25 words or less. So I'll say, it's Theron. We left Yartar already. Forgot to find you. Big city. You understand. We are at Nettleby Ranch.
5 left.
Love always.
Never
Go
have any
suck a
suggestions
dick.
for the last 5? Oh, you can.
Want to come here? Ask him to come there.
I
You
don't know
up?
if he has a way to message back, but.
Part
He
of the
can
spell
respond,
is he
right?
can respond.
Oh, okay. Want to come here.
Hi, Theron. I guess so. Everything is on fire here, anyways.
Uh-oh.
The guards maybe have it under control. I might help some, but I will see you soon.
Everything's on fire here anyway.
Alright, he's
That's
helping out
great.
there, and he'll meet us soon, guys.
Sweet.
It's hard for him to describe what's going on in only 25 words, so
Yeah.
That's great.
it's close enough. It's close enough to the city that they'll have seen like what the fuck, like all the fire and shit. So it doesn't mean that the city's necessarily on fire, especially since it's on the other side of the river.
Yeah, they're fine.
Right.
So
They're fine.
everything is on fire here, anyways.
See you soon.
Okay.
Yeah, we did our best, guys.
Yeah. No, that was fine what you did. This one wasn't as dangerous as the other one in terms of immediate repercussions. This one was more of a over time, it just kills the place kind of thing. Much bigger than the last one. Because you recall the last one was a much smaller area.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't even have destroyed all of Yartar. It's one of the reasons why you presume they picked Mumford. It was small enough that the whole place would be destroyed. But yeah, I thought you guys did fine with that.
Cool.
Chris needs to stop making me want to have the characters just throw him in jail forever.
Yeah, he has that effect, doesn't he?
I want to go back and listen to what happened.
So,
Not too much. He really didn't want to talk to them.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I had a whole set of questions for Dundas too, and didn't get to He didn't get captured, so I didn't get to do any of it.
I was like, I'm out.
Just teleported
Hey, as soon
away.
as Rickerson said save yourself, I was like, oh great, I can just grab him and go. But it's okay. It was all
Yeah,
perfect.
and I didn't bother like making icons for all the guards, just the closest ones.
That was fine.
Man,
Yeah, we would have got fucked.
I made a whole. I hope you guys end up going back to that place because I made like you guys saw like barely any of that map.
I was thinking that too. Like, man, we're just
Yeah,
gonna
place
run
is
away
huge.
probably. Joseph, what the fuck?
Well, there's no.
At
There,
least
I
we
mean,
went to Harper's though.
there,
That was very
there
useful.
were there.
Yeah.
You guys did not have anywhere near enough to beat all those guys. There were so many
Hell
fucking
no.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm really glad you didn't get to opportunity attack because I felt like that would have made it a lot worse actually.
yeah, no, I didn't think about that. I think it worked perfect. I left. I was able to hold the box outside while they went in, and yeah, granted, they didn't get too far, but still, it was a good.
We trusted you
That's good.
guys. Well,
That's good.
by you guys I mean Grimgar.
Hey now, you have no reason not to trust me.
No, you were with us.